We'll be going to the 145-pound match here in the all-white singlet from Akron, Ohio, and Springfield High School, three-time state place winner, David Bolyard. And in the blue and silver singlet, for a four-time state champion, Matt Grice of Hera, Oklahoma.
Rob, to watch these two guys a few minutes before they started, you ever see tigers in cages pacing? That was what we were witnessing. You talk about getting focused, getting into yourself. These two are ready to go.
Two guys who are very aggressive and not afraid to let it fly.
Now we start to see the boys who spent a little more time in the weight room out there.
Well, if you're voting for outstanding wrestler at home, here's a resume for you of our 140-pounder Jesse Jansen. 3 pins in this tournament, a technical fall, a 9-0 decision, and a 15-0 technical fall in the finals. Quite a performance, and I don't know what the people doing the voting are thinking, but it's going to be hard to top that, isn't it?
Well, at the end of all this, he doesn't breathe hard, you know? I mean, God, when you compete like that, you're supposed to be breathing. Now, what a nice kid, what great comments about his dad. You know, you look at our kids anymore today, not that there was anything wrong in the past, but, you know, they're well-educated, they're going to the Harvards, the Penns. You know, mom and dad are there, they give the credit where it belongs. The newspapers are filled with the wrong kids. They should fill them with kids like this.
High crotch double right to the mat for the takedown for David Bolyard. He leads 2-0 over the 4-time Oklahoma State champion, Matt Grice.
Just a lot of pop, a lot of power with that shot.
Both these wrestlers already signed during the November signing period. Bolyard will be going to Central Michigan University, a team really on the rise in the last 2 or 3 years. Grice will be staying in-state, going to the University of Oklahoma. Grice, an outstanding baseball player also. He's the shortstop on the Hera baseball team and hitting 600 so far this year. Last year, he hit 490 for the season, so he really knows how to hit the baseball as well as win a wrestling match.
When you're born in Oklahoma, do they make you sign something at birth that you will not leave the state if you compete in any kind of sport? I mean, they're pretty loyal out there, which is always nice to see.
Still 2-0 for David Bolyard, and looking for a tilt now, and almost got one there. Now trying to lock it up again. Not enough for a count, but riding tough on top, and now he is getting a count. Almost a pin there, almost a pin again. He's got one shoulder down, and it's going to be 3 near fall points coming for David Bolyard of Ohio.
You'll notice one trait with a guy on top that's so good as what we're looking at now in Bolyard. They are not afraid to be almost on their own backs. They're very, very comfortable there. No sweat. I'm okay. I got all I need. I'm going to get my backs. He's in trouble.
5-0 as we go to the second period, and if you make your living tilting on top, you can't be afraid of that, that's for sure.
Just like fashion, high schools, not so many years ago, Rob, as you know, was take them down, let them up. Now we see the kids on top. They know there's a lot of points to be scored there, let alone the grind that you put the kid under, wearing him down. And we've seen a little bit of everything so far in this tournament.
Wise choice by Grice there to take neutral starting the second period. Deep double leg doesn't work. 5-0, still the score in favor of David Bolyard as we go off the mat. 20 seconds gone in the second.
Matt Grice has not really generated some offense here. There you go, got a left side. Little knee pull single, but could not finish. I think he may be feeling a little bit of Bolyard's bulk, maybe just a little bit more hulk on Bolyard's part, which is keeping Grice from popping them good shots. And believe me, Grice is far from just some little skinny guy out there. He is also cut.
Bolyard with that very sculptured chest and arms, and definitely a strength edge here. Although Grice still with the single as they go off the edge. Pretty deep shot by Grice there earlier, but the rethrow by Bolyard got him out of trouble, and they're back to the center with 1:09 left to go.
When you get with the big boys and you hit the finals, things don't come easy. That great shot you have that took down most of the kids throughout your career, you got to add a little salt and pepper to it to get the kid to the mat in the finals of a tournament like this.
Bolyard, a state runner-up as a sophomore. His only trip to the state finals in Ohio. He finished 4th as a junior and was upset in the state semifinals this year and finished 3rd in the state in Division I. But well out in front, 5-0 now, and his bid to become a national high school champion. Now Grice trying to spin behind, but Bolyard spins out of that.
There's that Hulk again. Now Grice had everything going for him there. He started changing up. He used the fireman's. Then he came out a little front. He was playing real nice to open Bolyard up, and then got a real nice shot opposite side. No, ball just stops him dead.
Fred Ambrose calls a stalemate there with 13 seconds left in the second period. Still 5-0 for David Bolyard, wearing the all-white singlet. Final 5 seconds of the second period. Grice tries to spin behind, doesn't work as we go to the third. Bolyard, very comfortable on the mat. He'll start the third period on the bottom.
One thing happened that period that could be just a little hidden something. No scoring went on. That means that Matt Grice right now has to do something on the top. He's got to make that decision early. Can I turn him a couple times, or do I have to cut him and go? About 30 seconds, he's going to tell himself what's happening there.
Grice throws in the leg, thinks better of it, lets Bolyard go for the escape. He's decided he's going to try and win this match on his feet, Ed. Bolyard with the single leg, and a nice finish for the takedown, and he's on the board at 6-2.
Okay, here's what we have. We have Grice feeling real good about himself, feeling fresh, feeling good being now. You know, he scored fairly easily with that leg shot, where in the first period, he wasn't coming close. Now he's got his head down, little running with the front head and arm, and he's trying to,
The escape given at 7-2. And now Bolyard in on the shot, but Grice steps over and they go off the edge with no points scored.
There's a hip toss from a front head and arm that you can use by running it over. And I'll tell you, it is tight and it does hurt. And Grice just showed that he reached in that deep pocket of tricks that he has, and that's in there.
All right, let's take a look at this flurry again. As you see, injury time for Bolyard.
Now he's trying to stick that hip right up in his pocket. Right here, right there.
There it is.
You'll hip that over. Parazola from the Chamonix, who's a quality kid, uses that very, very effectively. Bolyard, arm in, comes right through the inside nicely. Had his arm remained out and around the hip, you're caught flat on your back. Reaction, reaction, reaction. Bolyard did it like he was walking down the street.
Minute 5 left here in the match. 7-2 the score in favor of David Bolyard of Ohio. We'll see what he has left here as Grice tries to go back on the offense. In on the high crotch. Can he finish it? Switches off to the double. Boy, Bolyard's bulk does give him problems as they come back to the feet. Bolyard not only has the big arms, the big chest, he's got the big legs too.
Grice is thinking. He's singling left, running it over to a double and head hunting. That's all in the game plan. That's all home run balls without you seeing it coming.
35 seconds left to go as Grice tries tries a duck under, and now a stall warning given by Fred Ambrose. The stall warning against Bolyard. And now Grice in again on the high crotch, trying to switch off to the double, and he finishes this one. But 20 seconds are left, and Bolyard trying to hang on to that at elbow. Grice gets it out of there. 7-4 is the score in favor of David Bolyard. Under 10 seconds left to go, and it looks like Grice is going to run out of time. 1 second left, and that's it. David Bolyard. Never won the state in Ohio, but he has won the National High School Wrestling Championship over four-time Oklahoma champion Matt Grice. Great match there at 145 pounds, and David Bolyard brings home the second state championship for Ohio. Momentarily, we're going to be tuning in to the All-American Award presentations for 140 pounds. We'll also be going to the 152-pound match. Moving right along here in these 11th Annual National Senior High School Championships. We're here at the A.J. Palumbo Center on the campus of Duquesne University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Been the home of this tournament its entire history. And the Palumbo people, as usual, been very good to us here at the National High School Coaches Association. Here's Ed Ferraro with David Bolyard.
David, congratulations on a great match. Spent a little bit of time in the weight room?
I've been lifting hard ever since my freshman year, so I could go out there and try to dominate.
Very obvious with some of the leg shots that you were just fighting off with a hip hop, getting in the right positions, and when you went, you went. Anything else you added to that repertoire that we got to know about right now?
No, you took great shots. I just fought for my life so I could just keep those off and keep coming at it, reset it, and try to take them down.
We were commenting on how those shots could take down most kids anywhere, but you had the ability and the strength to ward it off and just come up with this big victory.
I work. I do real good at freestyle, and I think I credit a lot to going freestyle for summers and working on shots like that, working on position.
All paid off.
Yes, it did.
Well, congratulations again.
Thank you.